training, working hard?
Yeah, do it every day.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about good hard work.
Oh yeah. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
All right,
I'll be right back.
back.
Runners, at your mark, get set, go.
Druggy?
No, Dad, I don't want to eat PEDs.
No, eat your goddamn PEDs! You need these to be strong, son.
Hi, Charlie. I'm Dr. Vu. How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
I heard that your dad has been really hard on you, and that PEDs are getting you angry. Do you want to talk about it?
I don't want to talk about it.
This is a safe place, so
I said, leave me alone! Come on, quick!
Hey son, you should eat this because it's gonna make you strong and healthy like Michael Phelps.
Okay, Dad. Wow, these look good.
Yeah. You know, son, I love watching you play. You did a great job out there.
Thanks, Dad. Yeah, you know, winning and losing is not everything.
hey Dad, what are you doing?
Hey, what's up? You ever heard of Lance Armstrong?
Maybe once or twice, but not really.
You know he won 7 Tour de France
Oh my
races?
gosh, how do you do that?
It says here he's using performance-enhancing drugs.
Let's look into that.
Yeah. If you want to be a winner, you have to do that, I guess.
Oh,
Who's world performance?
that looks so...
One.
As a coach, I can't allow you to do this. I can't allow you to use PEDs. And I'm really disappointed. So, kicking off the team. You can get your stuff, you can clear your locker, you can get out.
Hey bud.
Hey, what's up? I'm trying to get back in the gym, so I'm trying to find some workout routines that work best for me.
I see. Have you found any yet?
No, I'm still browsing, looking on YouTube and everything.
I heard Matt Harris.
No, who's that?
Here, let me show you.
Okay.
Yeah. So I heard he has an awesome regimen for his athletes.
Okay, yeah, I'll look into him for sure.
And
Busting them out.
Nice. Some good form. Right there. Nice.
Interactions theory is characterized by relationships and social interactions between people, in addition to promoting quality of experience in sports for the athlete. The problem with PEDs is when one person has a positive experience in terms of results, it can lead to increased use based on word of mouth. The issue is further complicated because 56% of users don't talk to their physicians about their PED use and are unaware of the side effects. Many physicians are not familiar with symptoms of steroid use, which are the easiest to detect. Physicians are also a part of the problem in regards to promoting PED use. For instance, 40% of student athletes in the NCAA who have taken steroids acquire them from healthcare professionals and team physicians. These professionals need to become more educated on PED use and inform their athletes or patients of the adverse effects. For example, they need to become familiar with an increasing psychological condition in men called muscle dysmorphia, which is correlated to increased steroid use, depression, and suicide. Allowing PED use is basically adding insult to injury in this case. Not only do these athletes have a psychological condition, but are also exposed to long-term health problems from steroid use. PED use can lead to a host of medical problems in the long term, specifically with steroids. In the short term, the quality of experience in sports for the athlete may increase from better performance, but in the future, quality of life will greatly diminish from history of PED use. Athletes serve as role models to many children, which is a form of social interaction. When famous athletes use PEDs, it sends a message of acceptance or tolerance to adolescents and children. This complicates the problem because incidents of steroid use in high school adolescents have increased from 2.7% in 1991 to 3.3% in 2009, and allowing PEDs in sports will only compound the problem. College student athletes are predisposed to higher rates of PEDs. The competition and pressure to perform promotes this culture of use in order to achieve short-term goals. Inconsistencies with testing create subcultures of PED use within individual sports. Coaches and team physicians ultimately need to establish a drug-free environment and educate their athletes on the consequences and side effects of performance-enhancing drugs.
Sports specialization. Sports specialization is the limiting of other sports in order to become more skilled at a desired sport. It also creates different cultures within the sports community. Interactions theory focuses on the relationship between other people. Football and baseball. Throughout the years, athletes accepted the use of steroids behind closed doors. Steroids usually help athletes gain more muscle and helps muscles to recover faster, giving these athletes more strength. Cycling. Multiple famous athletes were caught blood doping to enhance their oxygen production. The high endurance sports require athletes to last for a long time, in which the added increased oxygen to their muscle helps with exhaustion. There were multiple famous athletes who were caught using PEDs, and one of them is Lance Armstrong in cycling, Barry Bonds in baseball, and Ben Johnson in sprinter. Sports specialization has become one of key proponents to the creation of different sports culture. It has led athletes to believe the use of PED is common and accepted within their respected sport. Relationships between other players can become an issue, in which clean athletes feel that athletes who use PEDs have stolen their chances of winning, creating tension between players. PED has created an unfair disadvantage for athletes competing without any means of cheating. Athletes were not born to use PEDs. The Socialization of Young Cyclists and the Culture of Doping by Fabian Old talks about how within the sport of cycling, professionals learn their work and their moral career, which then they proceed to the idea of doping. In each sports culture, athletes were influenced by other players or were recommended by their coaches. And so the use of PED is caused by either their demand of winning or by the constant influence from other people.
Recap of Kohlberg's stages of moral development. The first stage would be the pre-conventional stage, which would be from around ages 0 to 9 years old. This stage would consist of obedience and punishment, pain and pleasure. In this stage, one will do what is best for themselves, or they might do something in exchange for favors. The second stage would be the conventional stage, which would be from around ages 9 to 20 years old. In this stage, we have the good boy and good girl and law and order. In the conventional stage, people do things in order to please others, and they will respect society's rules and social norms. Lastly, in the post-conventional stage, a stage that not all people will reach, we have people that are around ages 20 and older. Here people will follow a social contract and listen to the principal conscience. In the post-conventional stage, society is bound to respect everyone's rights and also respecting human dignity and justice for everyone. Tying in Kohlberg's stages of moral development with PED usage, an athlete that is using PEDs would be classified under the pre-conventional stage. This would be because the athlete is focusing on what is best for themselves. When an athlete is taking drugs, they are only doing it to better themselves, sometimes in order to be able to reach that scholarship that they need for the future, or simply just to look better. When tying it into the interactionist theory, this theory applies to the pre-conventional stage in the sense that an athlete is only focusing on improving themselves, rather than improving and helping out the entire team.
Deviance and sport. Deviant behavior is defined as departing from something, especially from an accepted norm. Deviant overconformity occurs when athletes accept without question and to an extreme degree the norms of the sport ethic. Why do athletes engage in deviant overconformity? Some athletes believe that participation and increased competition are exciting, and some others believe that the likelihood of being rewarded increases when they engage in deviant overconformity. Those who are most likely to conform are those with lower self-esteem or higher need for approval, those who believe that achievement in sport is the only way to get ahead, and those with the rationale that everyone else is doing it. Does deviant behavior lead to performance-enhancing drug usage? Deviant behavior bonds athletes in a way that normalizes overconformity to the sport ethic. One example is hazing, or the imposition of strenuous, often humiliating tasks as part of a program of rigorous physical training and initiation. Deviant behavior can also separate athletes from the rest of their community while inspiring awe and admiration among community members. It can also lead athletes to developing a sense of arrogance, separateness, and superiority. The usage of performance-enhancing substances occurs regularly in high-performance level sports. The usage of these type of substances is found to be filtering down to college and high school level sports. Such substances will be used as long as athletes believe that they will enhance their performance. Some potential issues from the usage of performance-enhancing drugs are the long-term health risks. It sets a bad example for youth athletes and encourages them to use it later on in life. It also marginalizes non-using athletes. It can also cause the rejection of certain sports by fans, parents, and kids, and it is also believed that it is futile if the competition bar is being raised by genetic engineering.
So, in order to understand how the critical theory applies to performance-enhancing drugs in sport, we must first understand what the critical theory is. Although it could be kind of a complicated thing, we've narrowed it down to these three main points which cover it pretty well. The first one is that the critical theory takes into account a careful analysis and evaluation of cultures. So it's not just about winning or losing sports, but it's more of how the sport affects the culture around it and how it affects, in this case, the American people. It could have positive or negative outcomes on society and stuff like that. The second point is that sports needs to be fair for everyone. That includes the athletes, the coaches, the owners, the spectators, and everyone involved. No one should be allowed to have an advantage. And the third point is like the main overview of what the critical theory is the overall goal. And the overall goal of the critical theory is a better life for all.
If you take PEDs, you will die.
What are you guys doing?
Taking PEDs? What everyone does. We're making it fair.
How so?
Look at me. I need to be faster. I'm tiny. I need to be faster to compete.
Have you ever thought how PEDs could affect your health? PEDs have negative medical side effects that could really be detrimental to the athlete's health.
Since
PEDs are illegal and hard tests, it makes them very expensive, and those coming from a low economic class are left at a disadvantage. Due to how expensive the PEDs are, low economic classes will seek out for cheaper drugs, making them more prone to health risk.
Mom,
Yeah?
I heard that performance-enhancing drugs will make me run faster.
Really? How much does it cost?
I think it's like 1,000.
Okay, like here. Go buy how much ever you need and
Yes!
you'll be the best
I'll
athlete
be
out
the
there.
best athlete ever! Mom,
Yeah?
I heard that EPO will help me run faster.
Really? How much would it cost?
I think it's like $1,000.
Honey, we don't have that amount of money to spend on drugs.
But Mom, I really want to be the best athlete ever.
Well, we can look up some cheaper alternatives for EPO. Hey, it's $59.
Hi, this is Vanessa coming from you live. Welcome to the Rio 2016 Olympics. Here we got 2 track stars behind me getting ready for the 100-meter race. I'm excited. Stay tuned.
How did you get ready for the race today?
Well, I found a cheaper alternative of EPO. It was only $59.
Mine was 1,000.
Well, may the best man win.
I guess so.
Oh no! Someone call 911! Someone call! Oh, we got two down! Someone call 911! In the 1900s, EPO was very common and allegedly contributes to 18 deaths. Do you want to be next? Hate high school. Hate. Wait, Simone? Bios? Is that really you? Wait, what are you doing? Wait, are you gonna break the word? Oh my god.
It makes me better.
What is that?
It's a performance-enhancing drug. Have you heard of it?
Oh no. I'm like dying to be like you when I grow up.
You should try it. It makes me the best.
Really? Oh, I have to go tell mom. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you
Nice
too.
meeting you. Oh my god. All right. Hey, Mom.
How was your first day of school?
I got lost. But anyways, guess what happened?
What happened?
So I met Simone Biles, right?
Yeah.
She was doing like, I don't know, PEDs or whatever. I don't know what the heck those are. But she's like great, and she said that those make her faster.
Like she took PEDs? Haven't you?
I mean, hello. I want to be a star like her.
Honey, you shouldn't take PEDs. Haven't you heard at her last tournament she had a fit of roid rage and they disqualified her from her tournament. You're not gonna take them. I'm not gonna have you roid rage in this house. You're already hormonal enough.
If she's doing it, I'm gonna do it, okay? Jesus, mother.
Teenagers. Up next, we have Laura Hernandez. Please give her a warm welcome and a round of applause. Laura, the judges are ready.